Ladies, let me ask you a question real quick. Have you ever been judged, laughed at, or made to feel like you weren't enough? Maybe someone criticized how you look, how you talk, your personality, or something about your life. And if we're going to be honest, sometimes those words stick in our mind longer than they should. So what I'm going to do today is talk about insecurities, bullying, and how to protect your identity from other people's opinions. Now, this message is especially for young people entering college or adulthood, because if they don't learn this message early, what's going to happen is the world is going to try to define them as an adult. So before we allow the world to have any say in your value or your identity, what we're going to do today is learn how to define yourself. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is understanding what insecurity is. Alright, so first let's understand something important. Insecurity is a lack of confidence in your value or your identity. It happens when someone begins to believe thoughts like, I'm not good enough, people don't like me, I'm not attractive enough, everyone else is better than me. But here's what people don't realize. Insecurity often comes from comparison. You see, when we begin to compare ourselves to others, we begin to feel like we're falling short. Now, I'm not even going to lie. For this generation, I pray for you guys and I feel sorry for you guys, because social media makes it 10 times worse. And I say that because you see people's best moments, edited photos, and highlight reels, but you don't see their struggles. So what ends up happening is people begin to measure their real life with someone else's edited life. And that's a real dangerous mindset to have. I'm going to just be 100. All right, now I want to talk about why people bully other people. Now, there's one big misconception that a lot of people have about bullies, and a lot of people think bullies are confident. But the reality is, most bullies are deeply insecure. Think about it. Why would someone need to tear somebody else down? Well, if you don't know the answer, it's because they're trying to lift their self up. You see, bully is normally stemming from jealousy, insecurity, attention seeking, peer pressure, and unresolved emotional pain. You see, there's a phrase that explains this very well. Hurt people hurt people. You see, someone who is secure in themselves usually don't feel the need to attack others. Look at it like this. Confident people uplift people. Insecure people will either compete or criticize people. So when someone bullies you, it often says more about their internal struggles than it says about you. Now, let's talk about the dangers of letting people's stupid opinions define you. Now, one of the biggest mistakes young people make is allowing other people's opinion to shape their identity. Let me explain something powerful. Opinions are not facts. Just because somebody says something about you doesn't make it true. For example, if 5 people insult you tomorrow, that does not automatically mean that their words define you. Your identity should be based on things that are deeper than public opinion. Things like your values, your character, your goals for your future, your purpose, and your faith, which is the most important. Because I'm trying to tell you, if you constantly chase approval, you're going to constantly feel insecure, because the truth is, you cannot change everyone's opinion, but you can change how you see yourself. Now I want to talk about real quick on how to respond to bullying. So if someone is bullying you, here are a few important strategies. 1, do not feed into them. You see, bullies are looking for emotional reactions. They want to see you upset. So when someone stays calm, it takes away the power they were hoping to gain. Number 2, set boundaries. You see, you have the right to say things like, please do not talk to me like that. Always remember this. Respect begins with how you allow people to treat you. Number 3, choose your environment wisely. You see, one of the biggest lessons in life is this. Not everyone deserves access to you. So you have to surround yourself with people who encourage you and respect you, because healthy surroundings and healthy environments, that's what's going to build your confidence. But toxic environments would destroy it like a demolition site. All right, now let's talk about how to build real confidence. You see, confidence is not pretending to be perfect. Confidence comes from growth. People build confidence through learning new skills, developing discipline, achieving personal goals, and improving themselves mentally and physically. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your confidence is going to grow. That's why exercise, education, and personal development, they're all very important. And the reason why they're important, because if you do it on a consistent base, what it does is strengthens your mind and your identity. Now, if you've been following me, you know everything that I do is based off my faith. So if you believe in God, this is very important. Now, the reason why it's so important to know your identity is in that man who died on the cross for you is because your value doesn't come from people. It comes from the Creator. In the Bible, in Psalms 139, verse 14, it says, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. That means your worth is not determined by classmates, co-workers, or strangers. Your worth is part of your design. Now let me leave you with this final thought. The people who criticize you today might not even be in your life 5 years from now. But the way you see yourself will stay with you. So protect your identity. So work on becoming wiser, stronger, and confident. Do not let temporary opinions determine your permanent self-worth. And always remember this, the strongest people aren't the ones who never get criticized. They're the ones who know who they are anyway. As always, I hope this message helped at least one person. I will be back at you again tomorrow with another one. Until then, I need you to keep your head on the swivel, love yourself, and only help who wants to be helped. I love y'all. I'm out.